Hello, it's Jeffrey with Real Nifty Vintage, and I am back today with another haul video. So I have items here that I picked up recently at an antique mall, among a couple other places, but we did go to a really fun antique mall called, I forgot the name of that place, I always do, but it's a wonderful antique mall. I'll put the name of it right here, so if you're ever nearby, you can stop on in. But I did find some really cool, fun things at that mall. I actually went with Aaron and his mom. I'm gonna first start off with one of these. I keep buying them because they're pretty good sellers, and the holiday events, you know, Christmas, Thanksgiving, New Year's, all of those are coming up. So I feel like this should be pretty good to have another one of. It's one of these West Bend hot cold ice bucket serving dish things in chrome with the Bakelite handles. I've sold probably a good 5 to 6 of these already on my Etsy store. They're super shiny, so really glary, but they have these fun penguins on them. Basically, these things are hard to photograph, much like toasters are, like the chrome toasters. So that's one consideration that I have whenever I buy things like that. However, I already have a photograph of this exact one, and I'm just gonna update my quantity. It's just a wonderful hot cold serving dish. It says penguin on the bottom, hot cold server, West Bend. And so it's just a really fun piece. I just enjoy picking these up. Now I think I paid, I wanna say it was just under $10 for this one at the antique mall. They sell online for about $30 with shipping included, I believe. It might be a smidge more than that, like $35 with free ship. And that's what I do. I do shipping included on everything in my Etsy store, and that's just a benefit of being in the Midwest like I am. So I can have pretty stable prices throughout the country. And then if you're wondering how I deal with all of that and price things, including international, cheap plug, I do have an ebook. So if you're wondering how to resell, there's lots of things in that ebook. It's on Amazon. You don't have to have a Kindle or any kind of special thing. You can literally download it on your computer, and yeah, it's really easy. So I recommend that book if you are looking at wanting to do reselling as any kind of a business or a hobby. Even if you're already an established seller, I think you'll find some really good tips in there. So that had to be said. Okay, I also found this wonderful little ice cream thing. I'm not actually sure how old it is, if it's like a reproduction kind of a thing. It does look old. By old, I'm saying like, this could be like the 50s or 60s, probably more like the 60s. But it's this paper box ice cream thing. Okay, so here's the deal. I'm trying out a new setting on my camera where it like locks my focus at this range. So I just realized how that's not gonna work doing close-ups, because usually the camera would refocus in once I got about here. So I'm gonna have to keep it back here. Maybe what I'll do is I'll go through and I'll do close-ups and overlay those. So really fun ice cream box. And it says 1 quart liquid filled to top. Liquid? Oh, okay. Well, anyways, this thing was like $1 at the antique mall. I thought that was a fantastic price. What I'm gonna do is actually just hang on to it, put it downstairs in my little diner area. I do have like a mock diner in the basement that's just for fun. I have no reason for it, but it's just really cool. So I'll put this probably on the refrigerator, on top of my old refrigerator I've got. Honestly, what I really wanna do is get a vintage refrigerator up here, but Aaron doesn't really like that idea. So, I don't know, he's slowly coming around to it, I will say. But honestly, I got my heart broken a little bit a while ago. There was a wonderful vintage refrigerator. I think it was actually Westinghouse, which is one of my favorite brands. And it was this 1950s Westinghouse refrigerator. When you opened it, it had blue accents on the inside of it. It was so cool. Just wonderful, you know, it's like literally from the 50s. So it's like whatever the height is. You know, they're not as high as today's refrigerators. And it has the rounded corners and that chrome lever handle. Just so awesome. But I don't know what happened. Somebody else, I guess, must have gotten to it before me, and I think the price was really well. It was like $250 to $300, somewhere in there. It might have been less actually. Oh, I was so sad whenever that one went by. So anyways, I would really like one up here. But back to the haul. I'm gonna get onto this here because this thing is super unique, kind of creepy, kind of cute. So here we go. I just had to buy this. I think it was like $22 actually. So it's this wonderful 50s, 60s. I'm leaning on, yeah, somewhere in there. It's hard to say for me. But it's this like devil slash, it's a devil, right? That's probably what it really is. But it's just so unique. And I looked this guy up and he's selling for like 50 bucks. So I might actually go a little higher than that just because I really like him. So $22 invested on this. They don't come up very often. So that's kind of one reason why I might go a little higher, just because I don't mind hanging on to this. And when it sells, it'll sell, but that's all right. I would like to make around $70 for this. I would like that. That said, we'll see. But it's really fun. There's not really any tears or issues with it, which is fantastic. The expression is everything. I mean, that's just so mischievous. We missed the boat a little bit for Halloween this year, unfortunately. Could it be considered Christmas? I don't know, but it's really fun. So I had to buy that one. And it will soon make its way in my Etsy shop if it's not already. I'm really trying to get Aaron to, you know, he's still working right now part-time. Well, he's doing my thing part-time for sure. So I'll be happy whenever we can get this 100% on track and everything will be caught up. This tree right here, you can see it. It's just so awesome. It's one of these 1970s, 80s ceramic trees. In fact, I haven't even looked at it to see if it had a year. This one does not have a year written on the base of this part. What I love about this, before I go any further, is the color and the color of the bulbs. I love white trees because you don't see them as often as you do the green ones. Also, I like the texture involved here. So there's lots of texture on these boughs. Is that the right word? On these like branches. So I really enjoy that. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a star or anything, which is okay, but that would have been kind of fun. The bird clock. Now the base, which yes, of course it has a base. Darn, they didn't do it. My words. They didn't write the year or anything. But I can say from the hardware and all of this, it's 70s or 80s, like I said, probably more likely the 70s. Based on the wiring and the hardware. Leviton has one of these like little things, clickety guys. It does work. I checked it and it's just a really fun one. This makes my 4th ceramic tree vintage. I have 2 green ones and 2 white ones now. So I will not be selling this one, and I paid $30 for it at the antique mall. That's a really good price for a ceramic tree. They do make them new. You can buy new ones, but they're not the same. They're just, I mean, they may look like a tree, but they're just not there for me. So I like buying these vintage ones. They're full of more character in my opinion. So that's really awesome. I'm gonna hang on to that for this Christmas and I'll make like a little display out of it. Although I'd rather have 5 trees instead of 4. Odd numbers work best is kind of what I'm saying. So maybe I need to find another tree. Anyways, also at another antique mall, I bought this wonderful planter. It's just really adorable. So it's these squirrels with this tree trunk, super, super cute. I love this one a lot. It's definitely original and it's made by Norcrest, which is super cool. I don't see much Norcrest items and usually they are pretty collectible. So I will do some research on this one. I haven't yet, unfortunately. And I will let you know if there's any special price that I should put on top of this. But as a planter, being kishy with the anthropomorphic kind of styled faces, cartoonized, I think it would go for roughly about $25 plus shipping. This one planter I paid $5 for though, at an antique store. There's no chips or cracks, and it honestly could bring a little bit more than that. But what would really help that out is the brand name and any collectability that's associated with that and this particular piece. So low end 25 plus shipping. So that would bring it to about maybe $34 with shipping included. I think that is a price that would really be suitable for this, but we'll see. I'll make sure I double check that. At another antique mall, I found this wonderful fish plate. It's one of these well, it doesn't say the year, but it's a home painted ceramic fish guy. It's signed on the back by Tom Williams. It's super fun. I love that. And you can kind of see the texture of the scales here. It has a coloring very similar to Belique, which I do collect. It's just a nice ceramic pottery piece though. And I think it's really, really pretty. And I love the fish form here. So that's awesome. And I don't remember what I paid for this one. I'm thinking it was somewhere around, it was under $5. So yeah, not a bad price. And there's no chips or cracks. For something like this little fish bowl, trivet or tidbit bowl, I could probably sell it for around, what do you think? 25 plus shipping, probably. That might be a tiny bit higher. I definitely 20 plus shipping, but somewhere in there. It's definitely very unique, and it's just really, really fun. So I like that one quite a bit. Lots of character with that one. What I was super surprised to find at an antique mall of all places, these wonderful glasses. I do have 4 of them. These are just beautiful. I love them so much. They're made by Fire King. And, oh, actually, just a minute. They're made by Anchor Hawking. That is strange. Every listing I have found, that's weird. I'm just blanking out. So I have sold these in the past before, but I've never noticed the, did I say Anchor Hawking? Oh, my brain. Hazel Atlas. These are actually made by Hazel Atlas. I have 4 of these glasses right here. It's this rubberized coating with the glitter on the outside. These things are super popular, and they sell for about $10 to $12 per glass. I will sell them as a set, and as a set they would go a little bit higher even still. I have sold them in the past, not this color. I think the one I sold in the past was maybe multiple colors, but these are known as Glamalite, G-L-A-M-A-L-I-T-E, Glamalite, made by Hazel Atlas. And I know that they're Hazel Atlas because they're marked Hazel Atlas, which helps everything, doesn't it? I can't really show you that where you could see it, but if you look through the bottom, there is the large H with the little A underneath it. Some people have these listed as Fire King, so I'm not sure if Fire King also came out with something very similar, but in this case they're Hazel Atlas. But either way, they're very mod, very 60s, very atomic, all of those combined, just super fun retro glasses, and I think they're gonna sell really well. So I really, oh, what did I pay? I think I paid $12 for all of them. So basically I'm gonna quadruple my money. Isn't that fun? I also bought 2 blue birds of happiness. These are those blue glass paperweight things. You can put them in your window, let the light shine on through. They are made, in this case, by Leo Ward, W-A-R-D. Blue bird of happiness. There are many makers of these, like signatures on the bottom that you can find. Leo, I happen to find most of all, and I find them dated all over the place. Mostly from, I think occasionally I found them in the late 80s, but all the way up until very recent. So they're making them to the, like, up until now, I think. Although I don't know if I've ever found one past like 2012. So who knows if they're still, I think they're still making them though. But anyways, this one is dated 1990 and this one is dated 1989. Isn't that cool? So they're both made by Leo. Wonderful blown glass blue birds of happiness, no chips or cracks, and they were, I think, $6 a piece, which is almost what they're worth. But I had to buy them. So I'm gonna probably put these together as a set, the 2 little bluebirds, and price $24 with shipping included, I think. So it could be a smidge more just to help me out a little bit, because I don't know. They're just really pretty, and they're a good size. Oh, it's a little hot in here. This is probably not the best. I think I should probably should turn the heat down. Only a few more items left in this haul video. Okay, however, these next few items I picked up on a totally different trip with Barb. We didn't film it, but they're really fun. So I've got this Abacus here. I bought this at Goodwill for $2. And it is made by, it says Lotus Flower brand. I've sold this Abacus before. And an Abacus like this, with the black lacquer and the red beads and things, it's worth like $20 to $30. So that's really fun. I have sold an Abacus before made of rosewood, and that one sold for, I think, $250. I think so. And they're easily worth $300, $400, $500 sometimes. But I listed it and it sold within like 30 minutes. So yeah, this one's not rosewood, so it's kind of just based on its looks. Great little design moment if you're kind of wanting to have like a world market, like a worldly look to your space. $2. I think that'll be good for online. Oh, it's made in the People's Republic of China, which doesn't really help with dating. I do think I still think it is the People's Republic of China, to be honest. I need to look that up. Okay. I bought 2 Noritake, yeah, are these both Noritake? Well, yes. I bought 2 Noritake bowls. I usually don't buy Noritake, but I like this colorway. I like the way that the design is on these. They're in great shape. But like, I can remember like a few years ago, I just would ignore this stuff completely. But what I'm starting to recognize and appreciate is the painting. It's all hand painted, and it kind of is in line with the same time frame as Art Deco things would be made. So around the 20s, 30s. So, and if you look at this, the paint job does sort of lend itself to an Art Deco motif in this bowl especially. The pops of color, the geometric shapes, and then we have some of these florals in here. So wonderful double-handled little tidbit bowl, sort of, yeah, like a luster finish. It's made by Noritake, hand painted in Japan. So this is a really, really pretty bowl. There's like a butterfly on it, some flowers, and it was $2.99. So this is a really good bowl, and I think I'm gonna list it somewhere in the realm of $26 with shipping included. Yeah, about that, like 26 bucks with shipping included. And then the other bowl that I got, I like maybe even a little bit more. Beautiful. It's like this smoky river, what is that? A smoky lake with a tree and a canoe. I'll show you this, it's so pretty. And the paint job is outstanding. And not only that, around the rim of this, there's this kind of brown with little tiny dots. It's just a really, really pretty bowl. So I think this is gonna do really well. I paid $3 for this bowl, and it is also marked Noritake with a green stamp on the back. The other one was a Noritake like red or reddish brown kind of a stamp. This one is heavy, and there is, as I look at it on the back here, sort of a hairline crack on the back. However, it's not structural, so it's just more or less a crazed line, probably. Beautiful bowl. I don't see any scratches to the paint or anything like that. So this is a really, really nice hand-painted bowl. Beautiful, subdued colors. Actually, oh, and this bowl right here, I'm gonna want more for because it's really pretty and it's a nice large size. Good decorative bowl. Offhand, it could be as much as like $38 with shipping included. So it's a really, really pretty one. That is actually everything that I wanted to show today. A great assortment of things, I think. We've got one of these plushes. Oh, it's super fun. I don't buy much plush, mini plush items because it's not an area that I know a whole lot of. But when I saw this, I had to buy it. It's definitely unique. Other than that, I hope you enjoyed the video and you learned a little bit and you had some fun. Anyways, thanks for watching, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye-bye.